Uncle Jeff says Happy New Year and to all new friends on board. And he says he's given his narrated his real side experience. He's he's a patient. He's a diabetic patient, and he decided to tell the real guides to help with his recovery, to help cure him of this diabetic syndrome. And so, in the real side experience, he says they gave the real guides gave him the names of 4 products to buy, to be on. And the one he can only remember about 2. The one that the real guys told him was very had a beautiful name, and that he must try to remember it. Upon waking, he could not remember it. And then the one that he remembers and he wrote it down, he cannot find it in any pharmacy. And so Uncle Jeff's question is now that he cannot remember the product, and then the one that he remembers cannot be found. So how is he going to find a remedy for his diabetic condition? So I don't know whether maybe Duane can prescribe another.
Well, it's again, it's always a challenge here with our real awareness and deciding to take the risk or not. And so, we take these things. Why is he taking what he's doing for supposedly his diabetic? Look at it from that angle. Even the real guides, they do certain things to prompt you. In other words, they're telling him, and he can't remember, which is interesting. And what the one he did remember, he can't find. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so it could be lemons or celery or something like that, but they give him something else that supposedly he can't find. Well, is there a hint there? Sometimes, people take medications, and I'm not saying to do it or not. That's not it. It's each person is different. But as an example, I've got something here, another attack, and it's from head to toe with what I'm dealing with. And I'm going to have this little operation because I've got this little protrusion in my head from one of the attacks, and I went to the dermatologist. I hardly go to the doctor, but I did because I tried to take care of it myself. Wouldn't go away. So I went there. The lady's going to do a little half-hour operation, no big thing, numb the area, and she prescribed some drugs for me to take so that I wouldn't get infected. Well, I've never taken a tetanus shot. I've never done any of these things. This is me, but it's not reflective on anybody else. And I went and bought the drugs. They're only $2.50 at Walmart, whatever they are. I don't know what they are. I don't care what they are. I even told the pharmacist, just jokingly, I said, I'm not going to take them because I'm not worried about the infection. I don't care if it gets infected or not. The thing being is that I can use hydrogen peroxide or ozonated water, or I'll deal with it, whatever. I don't really care, but I ain't taking the drugs. And so, but I did buy them so that it looks good with the doctor for $2.50. I'll buy them if they're $100. I'll say I can't afford them. Let the insurance pay for them. So the same scenario here. Why is it that we have any conditions? That's really the question, isn't it? With what we're going through here. Why do we have any conditions at all? Alzheimer's, diabetes, insomnia, whatever it is, whatever it's labeled as. Why do we have these things? because we lack the recognition of what is real and standing there. So again, and how do we get there? How do we get that recognition? Well, we take the risk. That's the only way to do it. And again, I'm not saying not take the drugs or whatever, but again, there's always another view. I've been on things myself before, had to go to the hospital because of the attacks. I went through it, went through antibiotics, but I don't take them. I didn't take all this stuff. You know, I did what I could to get through it. I was very grateful for the help that I got, but I'm not going to live on it. And I'm going to take the risk. And again, there's other ways. I always take the risk, even if it and it mainly concerns my life all the time. Just like the new presentation. Hey, this is death-defying. It really is. People take it for granted, thinking it's so easy. It's not. It's death-defying. And many people take it for granted to the point that they really don't appreciate what I've brought to this world. So again, I would say from an objective point of view, I'm standing over here and listening to this, but it's up to the person, and this is where things will be taken wrong. If I say take the risk and do this or that, you decide, and then something happens. It's just like we're doing this Jillian juice thing, which is just cabbage, fermented cabbage. That's all it is. It's portrayed to be something divine and to where you can live forever, whatever. Okay, fine. But it's just cabbage, and it's not your real awareness either. There is a difference. But at the same time, try something else. Hey, just lemons or lemon juice. The peel of the lemon is very powerful. People have healed themselves with their diabetic conditions just by changing their diet. Very simple. People have healed cancers, and they've said no to chemotherapy. They took the risk. They did it. So again, it's taking the risk, isn't it? And you don't hear about these things a lot except if you go to the internet or on YouTube or something like that. But again, yeah, the boys will give you all kinds of formulas. Okay, this can heal you, that can heal you. Yeah, it can heal you. But if you keep doing the same things you have in your life, you keep eating the same things, you keep thinking the same way, etc., even if you're doing the new you, because that's with your real awareness, you know, the same results can happen, can't they? So again, what is it that you're willing to try? And it could be the simplest things right in front of you. It can be celery, it can be lemons, it can be tomatoes, I don't know. But it's all really very simple. Well, will you take the risk? And so I would say research the people that do have diabetes on the internet, and you'll see a lot of them just change their diet to maybe it was doing the grape diet or something like that, or something very simple, and all of a sudden it was gone. And so again, we do have the answers, and we can ask, but I always take the risk. I always take the risk to see what happens. And you know what? It'll show up. It always shows up. And for the most part, what shows up is that I still got to deal with it. That's what shows up, because that's how this life is, especially now. We're on a poison planet. And so I don't look for cures for anything, because everything is poisoned. We're walking in poison every day. So you want to look for a cure, fine. I'd rather focus on my real awareness and get done with what I'm to do here, what I've decided to do. And that is to present this reality as opposed to just a personal physical side all the time, and putting all the attention on that and sharing pictures of vegetables and fruits. You know, this is what the Walk with Rebazar idea is all about, and what we're focusing on with the universities and the concerts. Hey, people want to play with their personal lives day and night and think that's so cool. Have fun. The end result is it's all poisoned. What isn't poison? Your real awareness. So again, this individual already has the real cure, Charles, but he's got to take the risk to see it.